Tonight, 5 driving forces of commerce.
Oh my God.
Are looking to put businesses on the road to riches.
I actually think that I can make this brand famous.
What you want in the UK is what I can give you.
But in the den, where one wrong turn
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Coming in a valuation of 2 million is incredibly naive.
can lead to danger
If I wanted to find something as cocky as you, it might be difficult.
or much-needed deliverance.
Give her a lifeline, Touker.
Trying to give her a lifeline.
Who knows where the journey will take you?
I really like it.
I am disappointed.
So I'm going to make you an offer.
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you?
Welcome back to Dragon's Den, where entrepreneurs with big dreams pitch their business ventures to 5 multimillionaires. A match made in heaven may be, but only those who can guarantee big returns will walk away with the dragon's cash. Saddled up first to enter the den are entrepreneurs Ben Knowles, Robert Sargent and Chris Dixon. With a business they think will change the way the world views travelling on 2 wheels.
We know we have something that works, and we're looking for the help to get it to the size it needs to be.
They believe their passion for pedal power, coupled with their professional prowess, is sure to secure them a deal in the den.
We've got a product, we've got the expertise, we look great. I mean, you know, what could go wrong? Hello, I'm Chris. I'm a cycling instructor, and I manage training.
I'm Rob, web technologist, and I manage IT and finance.
I'm Ben. I'm in charge of operations. Together, we're the directors of PedalMe. We're here today to ask for £100,000 in exchange for 5% of our business. In cities all across the world, time and money is wasted for people and their goods sitting in traffic, not going anywhere. PedalMe is a taxi and logistics service that offers fast, convenient transport around cities for people and their goods.
We approached a manufacturer in Amsterdam. They built us this, and we now have 8 of them, ridden by highly trained employees, offering a service that is cleaner, faster, and better value than any competition. Our customers love us, and demand is accelerating.
Since we started trading in May 2017, we've seen an average monthly revenue growth of around 50%. This year, we expect to take £600,000 in revenue. By year 3, our target revenue is £10.5 million, with a profit of £3.4 million. The market is huge. In London alone, there are 400,000 taxi and private hire vehicle trips per day, worth around £1.3 billion.
And together, we believe that we can make our streets better places for everyone. Thank you for listening, and we'd like to invite you to have a go on our bike.
Oh, I want to have a go. I'll have a go. I'm having a go.
Not in this skirt.
Hoping the Dragons will jump on board with their eco-friendly transport business,
You have to sit at the front, Touker.
Hang on.
are Ben Knowles, Robert Sargent and Chris Dixon.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready?
Yes. Oh, hey, we're cornering.
They're looking for £100,000 for just 5% of their people and product delivery service.
Thank you.
Tej Lalvani is first to get the wheels of commerce in motion.
Hi. Look, I like what you guys are doing. I mean, you know, anything to reduce pollution is great, and congestion in metropolitan cities is brilliant. But if it's for transporting people as a taxi service,
Yeah.
it could be hugely weather dependent. You know, Britain with rain, snow, wind, etc.
Yeah.
If you're taking passengers, they're not going to be dressed in the right attire, and they don't want to get all of a sudden drenched if they're going to go for a meeting or if they're going to visit friends.
Yeah. Okay, so the bikes are equipped with these ponchos.
But do you think people would want to wear some stuff which has been worn by 20, 30 other people that's smelling and, you know...
Well, we expect our riders to be looking after the equipment to a degree and also making sure everything is in order.
But it would be quite seasonal, because during the winter periods you're not going to get people sitting on that. In terms of balancing it, how easy is to balance? Because, you know, if you tip over, everyone falls over.
Well, this is part of our control over the marketplace, because we have this syllabus and we train people to a very high standard so that doesn't happen. But someone else trying to set up a competitor company would find that very difficult to do.
Uber could. If Uber decided to do this,
Yeah.
in 1 week, they'd put the team together.
Okay. What?
Do you agree?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't agree?
No.
You take a bet?
Yeah.
Uber, with all their money,
Yeah.
you don't think they could hire a good cycling instructor?
Why can't Uber do it?
Because it's the skill gap. It's very unlikely that they would have this combination of people who understand how to use cargo bikes in cities, a cycle instructor, and someone who has the knowledge about tech. There is no one else.
You find them.
Can I tell you something, guys?
Well,
Guys, you're delusional, right?
Okay.
You are delusional.
Okay.
If I wanted tomorrow, find an instructor like you, I'd have a
Sure.
queue of people in my office.
Sure.
If I wanted to find a tech guy like you, and I put an advert, I'd have a queue of people. If I wanted to find someone as cocky as you, it might be difficult.
A bad start for the entrepreneurs, whose refusal to accept that their idea can be copied has infuriated Touker Suleiman. Now Deborah Meaden wants to get a handle on the delivery arm of the business.
So where are you operating at the moment?
At the minute, we're operating in London.
OK, so then I want these goods delivered from here and I want them there. So, you know, what's that going to cost me?
So the average cost of a journey, 2-mile journey, is around £10, and that would include £2.50 pickup fee.
So what's your revenue daily?
So our revenue daily is £500 or £600. This month we're looking to take about £13,000 or £14,000.
On how many bikes?
8 bikes.
And last question from me for a minute. How much do those cost?
They're £5,000 each.
£5,000 each. And are they bespoke to you, or...?
So we had a limited degree of exclusivity, which runs out in this month.
Oh, right.
Our vision, to be clear, is not just about London. Our vision is about franchises in cities all across the world.
Guys, the idea is not necessarily crazy. Do we need to cycle more and be more healthy? Of course we do. However, what is crazy is you coming in with £2 million valuation.
Yeah. So the valuation that we put on the company is based on working back from what we expect to take in 3 years' time.
In the future.
Yeah.
So when I go and buy a new house tomorrow, you want me to pay the price that it's worth in 3 years' time rather than the price I can pay for it today. Is that your mentality?
No.
Well, why would I pay?
Sorry.
Why would I pay
Sorry,
3 years' price?
I wasn't clear. So we're expecting the company to be worth somewhere between 60 and 100 million in 3 years' time.
Okay, that is
Okay.
that is crazy. That is absolutely ridiculous.
But we're offering something that other people can't do.
What, a bike that I can go and get procured in the Netherlands tomorrow, and you know, a set of riders and trainers. You're not going to do it with my money, and certainly not at that valuation. So, I'm out.
Jenny Campbell puts the brakes on investment and is the first dragon to exit the deal. Could Peter Jones steer proceedings down a less rocky road for the entrepreneurs?
I think the bike's fantastic, and I think this will do quite well. But this is really tough. Coming in a valuation of 2 million is incredibly naive. 2 to do something like this, you probably needed to come in and give 60–70% of your business away to raise that type of capital to have a chance. I'm not going to invest, so sadly I'm out.
I just think that the business model doesn't make sense financially to me, as I think it'll take a long, long time before I get my money back, and I'm going to be diluted because you're going to have to keep raising funds. So, all the best, but I'm out.
I really want to love this, but there's something about it that worries me. You actually, honestly, don't have a barrier to market. You say it's training, I can train. That isn't the barrier.
I understand completely why you think that, yeah.
That is the saying, just so you know, I'm really good at interpreting what people say.
Yeah.
What you've actually just said is you don't agree with me at all.
I just don't believe that other people are going to come in and find people who can ride round multiple people on the front of their bikes without having collisions.
Or 150 kilos of cargo.
You're like the voice out of the dark. He says,
I haven't
this
said
voice
that, have
comes
I?
in, he goes, 100, he hasn't said much, but it's very effective. It comes right in there.
That's why he does the training.
He scares the living daylights. Not much scares me. But I'm out.
A slightly unnerved Deborah Meaden is reluctant to hop on board the city bike business, making her the fourth dragon to leave the deal. The trio's investment now rests solely with their old adversary, Touker Suleiman. Has he had a change of heart over the viability of the business?
Look, guys, you all look very enthusiastic. The problem is, I see you guys as being a delivery service, working with 50 brands where you pick up all the time, you're delivering on the same day. Once you start going into the commuter world, it's not going to work. You either do one or the other. There's so many brands who want that service. So I'm going to make you an offer. I'll give you all the money, but I want 45% of the business. That's if you agree with my strategy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay?
But you didn't see that one coming, did you?
We believe in our business.
No,
so-
no, I didn't.
Yeah, come on, be honest.
No, I didn't.
Cool. Should we go and have a chat?
Chat.
Yep.
Thank you.
An astonishing U-turn from Touker Suleiman, who's offering all of the money for a sizable 45% of the company.
I don't think I can do that to the existing investors.
Will the entrepreneurs be prepared to give up a much larger stake than the 5% initially offered to secure investment and a dragon in the driving seat?
Okay, Touker, we really appreciate your offer. And we really appreciate your advice, and we can see how we could make use of that. But we don't think that that is something that we want to make as a company.
Okay.
But thank you very much.
For that reason, you know, I'm not going to invest in your business and I'm out.
Okay.
Fair.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
On your bike.
The entrepreneurs just don't share Touker Suleiman's vision for their business, and they leave the den without the £100,000 they were hoping for.
Slaughtered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We feel that it was a failure on our behalf to communicate properly the full potential here.
I mean, we might be thought of as possibly a little bit cocksure, perhaps, but, I mean, I don't think I've had my belief shaken in what we're doing one bit.
Who wants to be pedal around here? Pedal me?
Not if you're driving.
Next to enter the den is former dentistry student turned entrepreneur, Sian Ellingworth, who's hoping the product she's developed will put a smile on the dragons' faces.
I really hope that the dragons see the potential in my business today, and I think they would be able to add a lot of value without being too sort of hands-on. But you never know quite what's going to happen, so fingers crossed. Hello, my name's Sian Ellingworth and I'm the founder of Buddy's Toothpaste. Today I'm looking for £60,000 investment in return for 15% of my business. Public Health England recently reported that a child has a rotten tooth removed in the hospital every 10 minutes. So most people would agree that it's really important for children to learn good oral hygiene habits from an early age. Buddy's products aim to help solve some of these problems and to help engage children in the process of wanting to brush their teeth by making it more fun. So I commissioned some research which indicated that 42% of parents find that the existing toothpaste ranges don't meet all of their needs. So I developed Buddy's Toothpaste. I also developed the Buddy's Toothbrush, and this has a toothpaste cartridge that fits inside the handle of the brush. Then you can press down on the collar of the brush and it will dispense exactly the right amount of paste straight to the bristles of the brush. No fuss, no mess. The brush kit also comes with a charger which operates independently as a nightlight. And all of this is about engaging the child in helping them want to brush their teeth by making it fun. And now I'll hand you some products before taking your questions.
Hoping she's invented the holy grail of oral hygiene, a toothbrush that kids enjoy using, is Sian Ellingworth.
Wow. Okay, it is quite heavy.
She's looking for a £60,000 investment in return for 15% of her children's dental product range.
Thank you very much. Gosh, that is heavy.
It's getting lighter.
First to get her teeth stuck into the business is Jenny Campbell.
So, Sian, children's toothbrushes and the cause that you identify is absolutely paramount. I agree with that. We have to teach our children to want to brush and look after their teeth from an early age. So, what else is on the market and what makes you believe that this is something different?
Okay, I think it offers three things that others don't.
Right.
The taste, the volume control, and the efficiency of dispense are different from anything else.
And when did you start this?
It was about 5 or 6 years ago, where I took it to Boots to find what they thought about it. And I had an amazing response from them. They wanted to launch the toothbrush the following July.
All right, okay.
So that was a bit fast for me to be able to make that.
But did you?
No. When I looked at other companies that had gone into Boots and other retailers as an unknown brand, they often failed very quickly, and I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get the sales that they needed within a short time. It might be a one-hit wonder. Yes, exactly.
So what do you think you could do in the next 12 months with a Dragon on board and your £60,000? What sales would you do?
I think that a retail contract the size of Boots would generate 2 million turnover.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
She may have pulled out of the deal with a major retailer, but Sian is still confident that serious money can be made from her invention. Now, Touker Suleiman wants to drill down into the detail of what it's cost to develop the product.
How much have you spent so far in this business?
So I've personally invested, at the end of last year, £215,000.
Oh.
Yes.
£215,000?
Yes.
Where did the money come from?
I remortgaged my house.
Yes. So I'm assuming you spent quite a lot of the mould.
Yes.
Is that a sample mould or is that a physical proper mould?
No, it's a proper physical mould, and actually in the first year numbers it includes 135,000 that would need to be repaid, so it's amortised over the cost of the
so you owe the
first
factory some money?
Yes.
What does that retail for?
£34.99.
Ooh, it's expensive. And what do you pay for this?
Well, without the tooling, £10.21. With tooling, £14.17.
Oh, they charge you £4 for the tooling? Chinese manufacturer has got you over a barrel. I believe that that sort of thing you could buy for $5, $6.
So I'm clear.
Yes.
You've got £134,000 over here,
Yeah.
which they have spent on your tooling, and what they've offered to you is to say your product would normally cost £10.21.
Yes.
But because you can't fund this 134,000,
Yeah.
we're going to charge you £14.14,
Yes.
and we're going to get our money back
Yeah.
by doing that. When you did that, what were your forecasts?
That was 21,000 pieces of the toothbrush.
So that was based on thin air?
No, because I still believed I was going to launch with boots.
It feels to me like this is one of these products where you've lost a little bit of control and you've found yourself in a position where you're having to see the project through and you've ended up obviously overspending.
Can I just interject on that? I want to see it through because I genuinely feel that this could be hugely successful. And I really think whilst, yes, it's taken a long time and it's taken a lot of money to get to this point, it feels to me like this is poised to succeed.
I think the business is too much in debt and you've got a very big hole to fill. And because of that, I'm sadly going to have to say I'm out.
Peter Jones can't see past the financial arrears, so has exited negotiations. Can Jenny Campbell spot a glint of hope in the product's potential?
Sian, this is a rescue situation. It's not even a turnaround situation. This is a rescue situation for you. I think you know that. You are really up the creek without a paddle or without a toothbrush. You are, aren't you, after 5 years? Without a lifeline, you more or less can write all of this off, because I think you'd be paddling your canoe very, very hard for the next 3 years without a lot of progress. So for that reason, I'm out.
Sian, can I just... I too am worried about the product. You know, I'm not going to go over the old ground. You owe, that's a lot of money against this particular product. And I don't think it's got enough differentiation. And I don't think it owns anything particularly that's going to make me think, that's the reason. That's why it's going to take over that market. So without me getting that, I find it hard to also understand how I could help you. So I'm really sorry, Sian, I won't be investing. I'm out.
More painful extractions for the entrepreneur as Jenny Campbell and Deborah Meaden pull out of the deal. Can manufacturing mogul Touker Suleiman see past Sian's problems and help propel her invention to success?
Whoa. I like the product. I know what I can do with it. But it looks like I've got a pair of slippers on to climb a mountain. Yeah? In the financial sense. Yeah, it's not so straightforward. Because one, you're being overcharged for the product. Two, you've got this debt. And three, you haven't really got a business. But you've done great developing this. If you can buy it for the right price, you can have distributors. If you've got distributors, you can get it around the world. That's point one.
Yes.
As far as Asda, Tesco, Boots, and all the others, easy.
Give her a lifeline, Touker.
I'm trying to give her a lifeline. I'm trying to look at how I can structure it. I'm going to make you an offer. And my offer is all the money for 44%.
A much-needed offer from Touker Suleiman, but his expertise comes at a cost. 44% of Sian's company, way more than the 15% initially on offer. Last to show his hand is the den's well-being guru, Tej Lalvani.
Look, I mean, what you've done is interesting. The children's health space is massive and it's growing. We have one of the largest children's vitamins in the category. So I can see where you're coming at in terms of providing a unique product for the toothpaste market. But look, Sean, you are stuck kind of, between a rock and a hard place. It's a difficult position, and you do need help to get out of it. I'm thinking whether to go into a partnership with Touker, where I could handle the distribution side of things. What do you think, Touker? I mean, the sourcing side of things and distribution?
Look, I think Sean is mortgaged the house. Probably had lots of sleepless nights. It would give me great pleasure for you to get your money back.
I think together, I think you could have a shot in building this business. So I'm going to offer you half the money, £30,000 for 22%.
Okay, so either I give you all of the money for 44%, or I'm willing to share with Tej for 22% for 30,000.
From mass debt to multiple offers, the entrepreneur must now decide if she's prepared to give up 44% of her company for 1 or 2 dragons.
You want to think about it?
I don't need to think about it. 2 dragons better than 1 in my situation, so I'd very much like to accept your offer.
Great.
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 Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll do our best for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well done, Sean.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Yeah.
Well done, Sean.
Touker Suleiman and Tej Lalvani's joint rescue plan is embraced by Sean, who leaves the den with 2 high-profile partners and £60,000 under her pillow.
I feel immensely relieved and absolutely overjoyed.
I think that's really great that you buddied up there.
Well, I think she really needed a break. I mean, she was up to here.
They can really, really help me with this, and that just feels so good.
So far,
You're like the voice out of the dark.
a trio of cyclists couldn't rouse the dragons to invest,
Guys, you're delusional.
Slaughtered.
but as 2 more businesses enter their lair, will it prove to be a place of paradise
I think you guys are fantastic.
I really think I can help you.
or perdition?
I sense almost a sense of desperation.
We're going to have a it's me, it's not you conversation.
If I put my money in this business, you're literally going to burn cash.
Many successes in the den are based on innovative ideas that do their bit to save the planet. And our next entrepreneur believes his eco-idea, coupled with a sprinkling of patriotic passion, puts him in the perfect place to seal a deal.
I probably got my drive from being Scottish. I think that's part of it. We've always been downtrodden as a nation, and I think we've always had to fight. I come from Dundee. I'm very proud of our Scottish heritage.
Brian's hoping his pitch will have what it takes to ignite the dragon's passion to invest in his product.
It's really down to me in actually being able to sell the opportunity. The product sells itself. If I can sell the opportunity, then I think we'll have success today. Hi, my name is Brian Irvin. I'm CEO of Dynamic Materials Group. We're a specialist group of companies that manufacture advanced materials. These materials are used in a wide range of industries in very demanding environments. I'm here today representing Microtex Products Limited and a truly unique product called Fire Miser. I'd like an £80,000 investment for a 16% equity stake in that business. Fire Miser was born in Scotland. It came around as a chat between myself and my father, and I was explaining a metallic process we have where we effectively spin molten metal and quench it rapidly. We quench it at about 1,000,000 degrees per second, and it gives the material some very special properties. My dad asked what would happen if we used those materials on the grate of his coal fire. And I said I didn't know, but don't tell my mum. He tried the material over a period of about 2 years and kept a log of the coal he was using. He actually used a third less coal. This meant we had a very novel product, very unique in today's environment. I'm sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
The product is very simple to use. You simply lay it on the grate of your coal fire or your wood-burning stove, and you will use a third less fuel. The product itself is beautifully simple. It leaves a very, very fine ash, so you've got less ash to dispose of. So I'd like to give you some samples, if I may.
Great.
A somewhat nervous pitch from entrepreneur Brian Irvin,
Please be careful when you open it because it's very sharp.
who claims his energy-saving mat can help real fire owners get more bang for their buck by using less fuel. Brian's asking for £80,000 in return for a 16% stake in his business. Will the product's eco-friendly claims spark Deborah Meaden's interest?
Brian, hi.
Hi.
Can I just understand the usage of it? Is it for wood-burning stoves, or is it for open fires that don't have dampers?
It is both, Deborah. What this does is, because it's a superconductor, it actually gives you a very even burn. You don't get the hot spots. It also ensures that you get every ounce of calorific value out the fuel. So when you look at the ash there, it's like talcum powder, as opposed to the normal ash you'd get in your ash pan, which will actually have bits in there. And it's effectively waste. That's unburned fuel.
It looks like wire wool. So I guess it's just conducting heat evenly because it's got a mesh.
Yes. It glows red all the way across, and it balances out the airflow, so it's totally environmentally friendly.
OK.
Brian, you mentioned about some other businesses. So how many companies have you got in total?
There are 9 companies in the group in total.
9 companies?
9 companies in the group, yeah, all specialising in advanced materials.
So the other 9 companies, what is it turnover?
The turnover of 9 companies, including the US, is £6 million.
£6 million?
Yes.
And that company makes a profit?
Yeah.
How much?
About £1 million per annum.
1 million?
Yeah.
Would you ever consider an investment in your whole group?
I've worked in the past a number of times with venture capitalists. There's a certain freedom about what we do now, because this is one of a number of products we have. There's probably half a dozen more. Would I get a fair value for them just now? No, I wouldn't.
Well, to compare me, venture capitalist, it's like comparing Danger Mouse with Superman.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm not Danger Mouse.
Okay.
So I don't really get the comparison. It's just not right for me.
At this point in time, I would have to say I wouldn't in the rest of the group.
Frustration for Peter Jones as Brian refuses to add his other businesses to the investment, despite the opportunity to work with a superhero. Now, Touker Suleiman wants to see if the finances of the company on offer stack up.
So, how much turnover is that to?
The turnover of that is about £60,000.
60,000. So we're going from a 6 million business or your other business to £60,000. And you want approaching £500,000 for that, right?
The valuation for that business is about £500,000 in my view.
In your view?
Yeah, based on the investment I've made so far of about £420,000, and the meter's still running, so if you add 80,000 to that...
You've made what on this?
We've spent about £420,000. The reason I'm here is we've tried agents, we've tried knocking on doors, and we haven't had any success thus far.
So the £60,000 you've done, is that year to date, or that's the whole year?
That's for the 2.5 seasons that we've had.
Tell me year 1, year 2, year 3 sales.
30,000, 17,000, and about 9,000, something of that order.
Gets worse every year. Well, that's not very encouraging. Right, so I think it's quite an interesting product. Clever.
Thank you.
And very simple. So why has it costed you almost £500,000 to get this to market?
This is the third iteration of packaging we've gone through, because people would look at the packaging and say, oh, we don't like that, we want it to be green. Then someone else came along and said, oh, if you want it to stand out, it needs to be orange and it needs to have this on it. So we have been through, every time you go through a design iteration with packaging, currently we're spending £40,000 to £50,000 a year with PR agency alone.
Well, the only person who's made money through this, it seems, is the marketing and PR agency.
Correct, and the packaging companies.
If I put my money in this business, you're literally going to burn cash.
The entrepreneur's frank disclosure has surprised Tej Lalvani, who's concerned the investment is a potential money pit. Will Brian's frivolous financial skills worry Peter Jones?
I really like it, and I like the concept. I think, I actually think the packaging is okay. But here there needs to be a picture of a fire or grate. They actually know what it is, and it's a fire mat.
Yes.
You know, say what it does on the tin. So there's a lot that I think can be done here. You're asking for 80,000. You don't need the money. What was the reason for you not going for a much, much lower amount of money?
Yeah, that would have been a smart move strategically. I accept that now.
Because to be part of a one product subsidiary investment of a 9-group company, of which I have no ownership or part of, and to put up such a sizable amount of money, it's not something that I would do.
Okay.
Much as I can see an opportunity, it's not the opportunity that I'm going to take forward. So for that reason, I'm out.
Brian's failure to offer up a slice of his other companies or ask for less cash has lost him his first dragon. Will Jenny Campbell see potential in the business that's up for grabs?
Brian, hi. You're a very successful businessman, clearly. And I feel that somewhere along the way, you've lost sight of the fact that this is not working, is it? And time to call it a day?
Yes, or change the business model effectively.
Yeah, stop,
go to purely
reevaluate.
Online. Absolutely.
I mean, paying a PR company £40,000 or £50,000 a year for it to go nowhere, that's got to be really poor decision-making, hasn't it? It doesn't make sense. And I sense almost a sense of desperation to, you know, rescue this, help me fix it, because otherwise I've got egg all over my face.
I think there's probably, you know, an emotional attachment to this particular product because it was my dad that came up with the idea.
Doesn't wise father say, Brian, I had this great idea, it didn't work, but stop. Focus on 9 companies over there.
He normally just says, don't give me another one of these, I've still got 5 of them in the shed because I've not used that one yet. It's fairly frugal.
Oh my goodness.
It's fairly frugal.
Brian, look,
Come on.
this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
9 companies, right, generating £6 million of sales, so your time and focus is on them. Who's going to run this company?
I won't actually be running it. I'll be involved in it, but I won't be running
So
it
why
day
isn't
to day.
the person who's going to be running it here today? You expect me to put in money, £80,000 of my money, into a company which is going to be run by someone else. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to invest. I'm out. But good luck.
Brian, I quite like this product, and I could have liked working with you, but you're not offering yourself, you're divided. So, you know, I'm not going to invest in what I could rudely call probably a hairy mat for a fireplace. That's what it is. And 1/10 of your time, at best. I'm just not going to do that.
Okay.
So, I'm out.
Brian's revelation that he won't be at the helm of the business makes it too hot to handle for Tej Lalvani and Jenny Campbell. And it looks like Touker Suleiman has also made up his mind.
Brian, you're a very successful entrepreneur. You have 9 companies and 1 dud. So what you're trying to do is pass the parcel. You've tried everything you can, consultants, PR, branding, packaging, marketing, and I can't see how I can add value to you. You've tried it. You know? So on that basis, I'm not going to investigate and I'm out.
4 dragons down as Brian's business fails to stoke the interest of Touker Suleiman. Can the Den's most eco-conscious investor, Deborah Meaden, offer the entrepreneur an 11th hour lifeline?
Brian, manufacturing process, if this is an environmentally friendly product, how environmentally friendly is the manufacturing process?
We have this unique process, this metallic candy floss machine that spins the molten metal.
Metallic candy floss, I like that.
It's, and it gives them, this is what gives the metal its special properties.
So is this energy saving, or is it switching energy from me using energy up in my house to you using energy in the factory? Have you done that sum, though?
The truth is I haven't, no.
I am worried that you haven't done that calculation, because if you are claiming environmental benefit, there's got to be a credibility underlying that, which actually says, no, this is genuinely environmentally friendly. I am... disappointed. I won't be investing. I'm out.
Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Brian.
Okay, thank you.
Brian's burning ambition for an investor has turned to ashes. He leaves the Den with nothing but regrets.
I would definitely make the deal more attractive if I went back, asking for a very small amount of money in order to benefit from the Dragon's experience and knowledge and contacts.
He's on the last roll of the dice.
Yeah, I think his idea of investing in a subsidiary went up in flames.
Next up tonight, a former boxer, Andy Dixon, and martial arts expert, John Paul Gardner from Tyneside. They each have their own unique approach to delivering a knockout pitch.
I'm quite technical, I think.
Yeah. Whereas I'm just a nutcase. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't stop fighting until you've won.
Yes, that would definitely be John Paul's style, I would agree.
Get your oats in a cookie.
Tell you what, if this isn't protein snacks made out of oats, I think they've got branding wrong.
Good afternoon, Dragons. My name is Andy Dixon. I'm the Global Sales Director, and this is John Paul Gardner, the owner and managing director, and we are here today to ask for a £50,000 investment in return for 5% equity in our company, Oatine Limited. The name Oatine stands for oats and protein, which reflects the nature of some of the ingredients in our products.
Oatine was formed in April 2016, and we supply high-protein products in over 50 countries around the world. To date, we have sold in excess of 2 million bars. All of our products are manufactured here in the UK and are all halal certified.
The main reason we are looking for a Dragon to invest in the brand is the expertise and contacts you can help bring to the table. As yet, we haven't infiltrated the UK supermarket and grocery sector, where we feel our products have a strong future if we get the opportunity.
We'd now like to welcome you to ask some questions and please try some of our samples.
Oh, that all for me?
All for you, yes, sir.
A punchy pitch from fitness fanatics and entrepreneurs Andy Dixon and John Paul Gardner.
If I take one of these, and then that's my dinner.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're asking for a £50,000 cash injection in return for a 5% stake in their protein-enhanced product range.
You need some of these bars just to lift the tray.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jenny Campbell is first to work out whether their business is fighting fit.
Andy, John, hi, I'm Jenny.
Hiya.
That was a nice pitch. I think you've been taking your own O-team protein or something. You look like you know,
Yeah.
Did you meet at some gym in the northeast?
Our first meeting was actually in a boxing ring, where we sparred
As a sparring?
Yes, we sparred
wow.
with each other, yes. We became firm friends after that. John Paul offered me a job, and then we called the boxing ring was our boardroom after that.
OK, so 9 years ago you met, but this business launched in April 2016.
Yeah.
So what happened in the first 7 years in your life?
Well, when Andy first came to work for us, we used to have a van run that delivered protein drinks and protein snacks, and Andy was in charge of running all of that. Then after that, we took a licence for a mixed martial arts brand, and we took that brand all over the world, and we made it very successful.
And you're already a multi-millionaire from those businesses?
I'm quite comfortable, yes.
OK. So let's focus a little bit on O-team then.
Yeah.
Been going a of years. We've already got a global sales director. Hey.
Yeah.
So how many millions are we turning over already, Mr. Global Sales Director?
Well,
It's not millions yet.
no, not yet.
So first year, turnover 559,000, gross profit 194,000, net profit 69,000. Last year, 720,000, gross profit 280, net profit 110.
So how well are we going to do in this first year together?
Well, on a conservative guess, we think between 1.2 and 1.5 million.
Right. Thank you.
Rising revenues and bold projections for their protein products has given Jenny Campbell food for thought. And with their track record in international sales, Tej Lalvani is keen to find out if this business is doing well on home turf.
Guys, you haven't done too bad in terms of sales.
Yeah.
Okay, and out of the sales you've got here, how much is in the UK?
Yeah, it's probably about 20%, yes.
Okay, so vast majority of your business is export.
Export, yes.
Yeah.
And which countries are the export?
The
Middle East is our biggest market.
Yeah.
Middle East, so...
The Middle East, yes.
Where?
United Arab Emirates, we've got a big distributor in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, all of the Emirate countries.
But why? Why there? Why didn't you start in the UK?
Well, we saw the growth. I mean, that's, you know, the Middle East market especially, they love British brands. We're very proud to be a British brand, and we knew the UK market was kind of saturated.
What's your nearest contract in the UK? So which one do you think you've got closest to?
In terms of major retailers, I would probably say Asda, because, you know, we went down, had the meeting with them, the commercials worked for them, they were happy with the products, you know, and then basically overnight the buyer changed.
How long ago was that?
That was in November last year.
Okay. All right. And what's happened since November and now? What have you...
Nothing, because we haven't
pursued it at the moment. Because, you know,
Why?
We've been very busy developing the new products.
Okay, so you're now coming late to the UK market. The name is great, but actually the branding is a problem in the UK. I get why out there in a market that hasn't been touched it would be strong. But actually there's a lot of really clever stuff going on here in the UK, and this looks a little bit dated. There's quite a bit of a branding piece to do there. It's that little bit that worries me.
The entrepreneurs are dealt their first blow, as Deborah Meaden thinks their branding isn't bang on trend for the domestic market, which has left Touker Suleiman wondering exactly who their product is aimed at.
Are you a health bar product, or are you a a bodybuilding product.
No, that's it. We're a healthy snack product, and we didn't want to make it into a bodybuilding bar. Yeah. We didn't want to make it into a, look at me, I've got muscles, or I want muscles, so I'm going to take the bar.
I would say 60 to 70% of the customers at trade shows are women who actually really like the products, which is really encouraging for us.
Listen, I must tell you, I haven't touched these, but the one with the...
Cookies and cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished it.
Oh, good man.
Right?
Excellent.
And I'm on a diet.
If you eat all 3 bars, your muscles will be double the size. Do you still train?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I invest, we can have some fun then, couldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can beat me up every day.
Empty room, filled it up, talk is cheap, listen up. I don't know where we went wrong, but I feel I'm shaking these walls, yeah. Nothing safe, gotta take cover. Still the love, we just make glitter. Running and running, yeah, we got off track. Now we under attack.
Can't fight my way out of a paper bag. I love all of those products.
Thank you.
Genuinely.
Thank you very much.
I think you really have got something here. And I think I can help you. I really think I can help you. Because the very places you need to get into, I currently have investments where we've got products in there. The big thing is the business that you've got. Because I would normally sit here if I was really interested now and negotiate in that holding company. And I think there is an opportunity in that as we evolve together, whether there might be something in your other business. And I kind of trust the fact that you're straight hitters and you'll just say, do you know what, there's an opportunity. So I'm going to make you an offer purely for what I see in front of me, which is in this business. And I'm going to offer you all of the money. However, I want 25% of this business. And the reason why I'm asking for so much is because I actually think that I can make this brand famous.
Excellent, thank you very much. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great.
So you accepting the offer?
We're not going to hear everybody else's first.
You don't have to.
Don't fall for it.
A cheeky offer from Peter Jones, who chances his arm at clinching a deal by freezing the other dragons out of the equation. Will Deborah Meaden also want to throw her hat into the ring?
There is so much about this I like. I love that peanut bar. It's exceptional.
Delicious, isn't it?
That is exceptional. I wouldn't have to be convinced into buying that for protein or it's good for me. That's just lovely. That's a but. We're going to have a it's me, it's not you conversation, guys, okay? You say they're halal, so which are the animal derivatives?
It's from bovine.
Bovine?
Yeah.
I'm moving personally towards veganism. And that's just not because I'm moving towards veganism, because I still eat dairy. But actually the market is also growing in veganism. You want somebody on board who is going, yeah. And I don't feel that.
Yeah.
So it is a genuine, it's me, it's not you.
Understand totally.
I won't be investing, so I'm out.
The thing I still don't like is that you've got all these other businesses, and I prefer to be part of a whole thing rather than part of one thing that you're focused on. So for that reason, I'm out.
2 dragons exit the deal, but the entrepreneurs aren't down and out yet. Have they done enough to win over global healthcare heavyweight Tej Lalvani?
Okay, I think you guys are fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And in terms of distribution, what you want in the UK is what I can give you. The access to all the major multiples. I've got my own sales team, they go to independent health food stores, they go to chemists, etc., so we can get you access to all that, and the major distributors. So, I'm going to make you an offer. All the money, £50,000, but I want 25%.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Tej Lalvani goes toe-to-toe with Peter Jones by matching his offer for 25% of the business. Will Touker Suleiman join the fight for a slice of the company?
Look, you have got a business that's investable. I can do just as much as anybody else in this panel. We've got accounts open everywhere. Asda, Tesco, accounts that are ready to go straight into. And I'm going to make you an offer. I'm not going to be greedy. So I'll give you all of the money for 20%.
So it's a question time now? Or...
Yeah, or you can go back and think about it if you want to have a chat.
We'll not talk to the wall yet.
Yeah, going to talk to the wall, guys.
No, not yet. We'll ask some questions. So, before we come here, we had an idea of a dragon or dragons that we would like to have. Sorry, but you weren't the choice, and they left the two that were the choice on the table.
On that basis, guys, as I wasn't the choice, I'm going to say, I'm not going to invest and I'm out.
Okay, no problem.
A risky strategy as John Paul and Andy sideline Touker Suleiman in favour of their preferred dragons. But with both remaining offers asking for 20% more than they were willing to give away, the entrepreneurs will need to box clever if the gamble is to pay off.
But I'd really need you to consider going down to 20% once your initial investment was paid back.
I would take my share down to 20% if in the first year I get my 50,000 back.
Well, since we're copying each other, I'll match that offer too, to make it difficult for you guys, but you need to make a decision.
Come on, to the wall.
Just going to have a
John Paul and Andy's favoured dragons are not making their decision easy by offering identical ratchet deals if the investment is paid back within a year. Time for the entrepreneurs to face the final round.
I thought that as well, I know.
Okay. True Geordie fashion. We're back quickly.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very, very much, you know. But Peter, your passion that shone through, I was watching you all the time when you were eating the bars, when you were listening to what the rest of the dragons said. You know, that's what got it for me. And Andy said exactly the same thing. He just said, we've got to go with Peter.
So what are you doing?
So we'd like to accept your offer, Peter.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a decisive win for John Paul and Andy, who exit the den with a £50,000 investment.
This one. Boom. Yes! We're absolutely thrilled to have Peter on board. His passion really sold it to us as well. You know, so we're absolutely delighted.
You did the right thing and matched the deal.
You made the right deal, we said.
Yeah, right.
Look at him.
It's okay, there's always winners and losers in business.
That was great. I think those guys are great.
Four new businesses pitched, 3 secured offers, 2 with deals. Certainly been a busy day in the den. Well done to the O-Team team, who have sales, who have profits, and now have Peter Jones behind them. But also to Sian Ellingworth, who came laden with debt. But thanks to her belief in her product, she still managed to secure 2 wealthy backers.
That's it.
Next time.
I thought I might be doing something like this.
Oh, Touker!
I don't like it.
That's not a good enough answer.
How much of your 500,000 did you lose?
All of it.
Whoa.
I think you're brilliant.
That is my offer. I'm not going to budge.
What has he got that I haven't?
You're not going to think it's quite so lovely to meet me, I think.
It just doesn't taste good.
Perhaps you've got a secret admirer.
Oh, that took a turn I wasn't expecting.
If you have a business you think is worthy of investment from the Dragons, applications are now open for the next series in the Den. Go online at the programme website and click apply to download an application form.